So, what changes have I seen over these years of being enrolled, engaged, whatever, of doing what I do? It's never, never, ever stopped changing. So, when I first started, there was a lot of changes around the privacy legislation in New Zealand, and that matters because if you are providing your services to people on credit in New Zealand and they don't pay you, you cannot default list them legally unless you have the right privacy legislation in place. The next big change that we saw probably really was coming into that COVID period of time. A lot of businesses didn't know what was going to happen. A lot of people felt very isolated and there's a lot of uncertainty. And then not long after COVID or post-COVID, whatever random 2-year period we had, was that real boom or that economic stimulation that we found with a lot of people staying at home, those ingestions of cash from the government really fueled a frenzy, particularly around the domestic housing space. We were already due really to have a downturn in that market, but there was now this massive spike. I have clients who provided timber into the industry and they produced 3 years worth of timber in 1 year. The problem was that people were then stockpiling. So prices went up. Of course, demand was up. But then off the back of that, when the economic situation naturally changes, there's a harder hitting gap between that high of the high and the low of the low. I've also found, particularly in 2025, we've seen a lot of liquidations in the marketplace, whether it's because of IRD putting businesses into liquidation. At the end of the day, there is no pretty picture when it comes to businesses going into liquidation. That's a cost to the business that's gone into liquidation. Those staff no longer have work. But then the flow-on effect into the market of all those clients who they're owed funds to is massive. So there's so many different things that I've learned. And that's why I get so passionate, because there's so much more we can do to prevent some of this pain. Anyway, I see you. You are awesome.